one question. Guess how old this airplane model is? This airplane design. Well, you wouldn't have guessed that it's probably newer than this iPhone right here. Welcome aboard the brand new Cessna Skycourier, which is so new in fact that I doubt that any one of you have ever flown it. In fact, there is only one airplane that actually flies passengers of those, the Cessna 408 Skycourier, a plane that isn't very known now because it might not look very special. I mean, it's not a new supersonic airplane, and only 33 of those have been delivered so far since its introduction in 2022, really not long ago for airplanes. But let me say, it might stick around and become like a hood classic, quite like the Cessna Caravan. The 208, 3,000 of those were built, and they're still being built. You can still buy one. And the 408 is more of like a upgrade to that. And we have it in the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, and I believe that it is quite awesome. Let's go ahead and do a pre-flight check. Remove the engine cover, and that also removed the engine covers right here. Let's step inside. Also, maybe remove the chocks while we're at it. Here we go. Inside of the airplane. Yes, this is what the most recent airplane that just came out looks like, and it looks like an airplane. It doesn't look too far off, like a Citation jet or something. But when we look into the cabin, you see, well, it's quite modern. Look at that. We've got USB ports. It's funny because, like, no one has USB-A chargers anymore anyway, so that's kind of useless. But I see this airplane flying around with 19 people inside, 19 passengers. That's quite a lot more than the airplane that I think this airplane is completing with. The all-famous DHC-6 Twin Otter, a plane that's been flying around since 1965, is still being produced, well, you know, kind of starting to age a bit. I mean, we took a look at the Twin Otter, a plane that can land and, you know, take off anywhere around the world. But it is really becoming an old De Ville in Canada airplane. Look at this connected yoke right here. A lot more modern than our Skycourier. This airplane is now really with a new car smell while still being able to fly in very extreme routes. Something that one of this plane's biggest customer needs. FedEx. They already have some of those, but in a freighter variant. Let's take a look. Can we turn on this airplane right now? Good. Battery. And that turns on the Garmin displays. 3 of them. Very sophisticated. And we have very sophisticated synthetic vision as well in our avionics. I do wonder though, why didn't they fit a G3000 panel there? More expensive, but also more better. I mean, this plane, fully spec'd out, costs $7 million. Quite a lot. So come on, booster pumps, I guess, turn them on. Come on. Yes, you can see our right turboprop engine starting to spin. And well, I think St. Barth, which is where we are, is the place that I would see the Skycourier fly at. There's one thing I worry, though, about the Skycourier. Will it really be a competitor for the Twin Otter? Because, look, takeoff distance, 1,100 meters? That's detrimentally long for a plane like this. I mean, let's be real, St. Barth has a runway that's like 600. That's like half the runway that this airplane needs, apparently. But come on, let's see if we can taxi. That works. Hello, I'm gonna run you over just for testing purposes. Sorry about that. Let's really see, is the takeoff distance so detrimentally long? Alright, I mean, it is quite big compared to the quite large helicopter, quite large truck. Not small at all. I mean, after all, it can carry 19 people. So let's see if it can take off at the same Barth. I really highly doubt that it won't work. Come on, let's go full power. Runway 10 is right here. Yeah, let's do it. Come on, we've got 2 turboprop engines here that should be able to bring this airplane to quite a lot of speed now. 85 knots. I think I forgot to, you know, get rid of the pitot heat covers, and so we have no speed indication. Welcome to professional piloting. Now with weather, very bad weather, we've taken off. Let's get rid of the weather to get a better view of a Skycourier airplane. I mean, it can fly at quite fast speeds now, up to 210 knots, which is quite a lot faster than the Twin Otter as well. And while it is completely more modern, it has the same engines, the PT6, than the DHC-6 Twin Otter. Pilatus PC-12 also has the very same engine, as well as the Cessna Caravan. So this is not like a completely new clean slate aircraft, to be honest. It's kind of the idea of, well, let's just make a new airplane out of parts we already have, apparently. Let's go ahead and make a landing right now on this plane. Although, I mean, I do have to say, it looks quite nice. Let's just ignore the fact that we've got no airspeed indication. This is like a sort of an emergency situation at this point. This is fine, but yes, nothing really new here. Cockpit that looks like a Citation jet, and we have very interesting GPWS call out.
500, 400, 300, 100.
Hey, look, I don't think the airplane sounds like that in real life. Come on, let's make a good landing. We're now at 90 knots here. Ground speed. Shut up. The good thing about the PT6 engine is, of course, it has reverse thrust, so we should be able to land in no trouble. You know what? We might be able to land this airplane in an outside view without any issues as well. We've got very sturdy landing gear. Come on. Now, touchdown and reverse thrust. Come on, let's pull her out. Yes, that's the sound of reverse thrust, and that's the sound of a quick stop. So, I'm not sure about the 1,100 meters required, because that's generally not a lot. For this airplane to be successful, it needs like 300 meters or something. But the good thing is that we're in the flight simulator, we have the cargo variant as well as the passenger variant. In real life, there's also like a combi variant that can fit 9 people, as well as a rear cargo area, which is great for places that need it, like Lukla here. We need cargo and also passengers to be delivered here. Let's take a look at what the cargo variant looks like. Oh wow, can't even see it. Very much sophisticated compared to the Caravan, where you can very much see the cargo. Now let's go ahead and see if we can perform a takeoff here. We're at 9,400 feet. Maybe because of parking brake? Oh yeah, no, something is wrong. I don't care. Let's go ahead and put the flaps down. All is fine. We are slowly gaining speed here. Once again, come on, Skycourier. The Twin Otter cannot keep flying forever. We need a replacement at some point, and you are the replacement apparently. So there we go. We've kind of taken off. But the thing that kind of worries me is that we've got 0 cargo inside. But what happens if we do fill this airplane up? Come on, we are becoming quite a bit heavy now. Let's load into this aircraft, a fully seated 19-passenger airliner. And while we know how much difference weight configuration an airplane makes, I mean, we're gonna play it fair. We're gonna use very little fuel now. Actually, that's quite unfairly low fuel. And we're gonna, of course, use the whole runway now. So let's see if this works. All right, brakes released. Brakes released. Fully loaded airplane. Before we were flying it empty, which is probably why the 1,100 meter figure there didn't make any sense. Now we are slowly moving a bit more slowly. Come on, just take off. We're at 80 knots. We're okay. We're okay. You're okay. We are barely okay. We kind of did overrun. The only thing that was kind of saving us here was this drop. Yes, it turns out this airplane is not safe at all to operate at a place like Lukla. Although it carries the same amount of people, you know? Let's see if we can come in for a landing now. I mean, okay, the truth is, how big is the market for Cessnas for the like 3 airports in the world that would require a DHC-6 Twin Otter? Probably not very large. So I don't think that's like a deal breaker for this airplane becoming successful. But yes, it turns out it does need a surprisingly long runway, especially also in comparison to the Cessna Caravan, which could definitely fly to Lukla. Here, definitely not. Come on, let's come in for a landing now. Trying my best. Flaps 35. Good. We're at a good speed. I think stopping shouldn't be an issue. The good thing about the PT-6 engines is that the reverse thrust really is strong, so we should be able to come in.
Don't sink.
Yes, that was hard. No trouble at all, though. Let's go ahead and put out the reverse thrust, and that should work. Yes, look at that. Quick landing. No trouble at all. Hey, that's the start. Taking off just takes a bit of a while, and that sure is cause for concern. Welcome to the shortest runway in the world, Saba Island, and I don't think this is going to work. I mean, we flew here in real life with the Twin Otter. No way this will work. I mean, this runway is not even a third of what this airplane needs, you know? Let's see. Flaps 1. Come on, you should be able to, you probably aren't able to do this, to be honest, but come on, let's have some luck.
Stall.
Oh, wow. All right, that really barely, I mean, it worked. So I think this will be very interesting. I mean, this airplane is offered with a gravel kit, so you can land it on unpaved runways, which is good. It's just the length of it that really does matter. So I'm very much interested to see, when are we going to see the Skycourier fly around, especially as a passenger airliner. Once again, FedEx is quite big. They ordered 50 of these airplanes. So far, not too many of them are flying around, but maybe this will be another top seller. I mean, Cessna has not ever made one not top seller. If that sentence makes sense, let's come in for a landing here. Runway 30. You can do it. Okay, there we go. Strong reverse thrust, being able to stop extremely fast. Look at that. Look at that dropping numbers. That kind of worked out. Probably wouldn't feel safe though flying here in real life. So a plane that is the modern version of the DHC-6 Twin Otter while not being able to fly at short runway like the DHC-6 Twin Otter. Should be an interesting future. I do have to say, operators are starting to fall in love with this airplane, and I understand why. Very nice and modern, very low operating costs, so it's probably going to stick around with us. And by the way, this airplane has a clean safety record. None of these have ever crashed. So that's also a start. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow as always. Good night. And a special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters. Guns Killer, R27, James Duram, That Dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijitsu Finer, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New the York. You've got beautiful names.